faces. Beads of sweat sting their eyes as the day grows warmer and the air more humid. The Creek's intent is murder. However, their ultimate goal is survival, for they believe that only a mass slaughter will prevent intruders from stealing the Creek ancestral homeland. Just one more hour until the lunch bell clangs. Inside Fort Mims, a slave belonging to Josiah Fletcher is being tied to a whipping post. He is stripped to the waist. There is no shade here in the center of the fort, and sweat runs down the man's bare flesh. He hears the murmurs of the crowd gathering in a circle around the pole, eager to witness his suffering. The slave presses his body into the rough wood, his torso tense to absorb 100 lashes. Incredibly, the slave's only crime is telling the truth. Yesterday, while working outside the walls, he saw some Creek warriors gathering in the forest. But when he raced back inside to sound a warning, the slave was accused of lying and spreading fear. In the eyes of Fort Mims military leadership, this is a crime that must be punished. Few men can survive 100 lashes. The slave is sure he will die on this spot, bound helplessly to this pole. Major Daniel Beasley of the Mississippi Volunteers holds the whip, eager to administer the lash. Beasley is 45 and just shy of 6 feet tall. Women normally consider him attractive, but this morning Beasley's face is red and puffy, his eyes bloodshot. Even after a stiff drink of whiskey to start the day, Beasley's head throbs from a long night of sucking down alcohol from the fresh barrel that arrived just yesterday. It is the job of the major and his 170 militiamen to protect those seeking refuge in Fort Mims. There have been rumors of Indian sightings for more than 2 weeks. Major Beasley and his men responded immediately in the beginning, but as day after day passed without an attack, he came to no longer consider those warnings credible. The major is so sure that the slave is lying about the Indians, he has not even bothered to send his men out into the forest to investigate. Yet even as the young black man is bound to the post, there is evidence he is telling the truth. Just an hour ago, a local farmer galloped his horse into the fort, also warning that Creek warriors were nearby. Jim Cornell specifically asked to speak with Major Beasley, then informed him that he had personally seen Indians in the forest. The 25-year-old Cornell is himself of mixed race, the son of a young Indian woman and a British father. His farm was recently burned to the ground by a group of Creek warriors nicknamed the Red Sticks, so called for the brightly painted color of their war weapons. Cornell suffers from a disfigurement known as yaws, common to this humid climate. His condition leaves his face covered with lesions and the skin stretched back on his head, making it difficult for him to speak clearly. This combination of heritage and horrible disfigurement makes Cornell's very presence a source of discomfort to Beasley. "You've only seen a gang of red cattle," the major insists, his speech so thick that Cornell's will later insist Beasley is drunk. "Those red cattle will give you one hell of a kick before night," Cornell's responds, still astride his horse. And enraged, Beasley orders his men to arrest the farmer. But Cornell's is too fast. He quickly gallops from the fort straight in to the waiting Creek army. Watching from a hiding place in the woods, the Creek leader, William Weatherford, sees Cornell's race away from the fort. Weatherford is in his mid-30s. He is 6'2" and known for his handsome looks, extreme bravery, and dark black eyes. Killing the farmer would spoil the element of surprise, so the warrior leader lets him pass. Yet as the rider goes by, Weatherford notices that no one has bothered to close the east gate to Fort Mims. He is stunned at this incredible lapse in security. William Weatherford's mother is from a prominent branch of the Creek Nation known as the Wind Clan, while his father was a Scottish plantation owner named Charles Weatherford, who had a reputation for debauchery. However, the Creeks believe that the line of descent goes through the maternal side. Thus, Weatherford's loyalty belongs not to his European ancestors, but to his Native American brothers and sisters. This devotion is